Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a great. I'm recording this on Thursday, but I hope that you have a great weekend because it's going to be Memorial Day, and it kind of seems like some things are kind of opening back up, at least like parks and stuff. So hopefully you're able to enjoy the weather. It seems like it's supposed to be pretty nice. I just want to give you a couple updates of what's going on next week. We do have a different week going on, and so just so that you see this, I will pass this out through Remind and through email again. But just so you know, we don't have school on Monday, obviously for Memorial Day. Tuesday, we're going to do periods 1, 2, and 3. So Tuesdays are usually when I meet with third period. And so just know that our time has now been switched from 2:40 to 3:40. It won't be that long. And I actually don't know. I'm not going to hold a live session like I did this last week, but I'll answer any questions that you have. Wednesday, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. So Wednesdays are usually when I meet with sixth period. So that will be from 2:40 to 3:40. And then Thursday are periods 7 and 8. And so I'll meet with seventh from 12:30 to 1:30. And I don't believe anything else. So that's just for you to know. Let's look at what is on the schedule for next week. First off, don't forget to turn in your work. I don't need it on Monday. I'm not going to look at it until Tuesday, anyways. So that's when I need it for third period, and Wednesday, so for sixth and seventh. So first off, we've got a warm up right here. Um, Same kind of deal as last week. If you think these warm ups are silly, you don't have to do them. But my son loved your responses about Sasquatch. In fact, I'm going to share them and ask you some thoughts on them because I thought it was amazing. But this week we want to know what's the weirdest animal you've ever seen. My son and I made a little video for you. He just kind of loves doing these. Our weirdest one we've seen is a basking shark. We've never actually seen it. We've just watched a video. So we'd love to know yours. Okay, so you're going to submit it and write out an answer. Let's keep on going through what you need to do. This week, our goal is we're going to talk about going between degrees and radians. It is going to be really helpful if you have this scientific calculator right here. And this is the link it will lead you to. That was the homework link. Sorry about that. Let's try that again. If it doesn't work, I will obviously change it. It should lead to scientific calculator. Okay, well, I'm going to change that in just a second. This is what it's going to lead to right here. It's decimals.com / scientific. And so, what's really cool about this calculator is it changes values into fractions. So, right here, if I have to, which is something you're going to have to do if I have 30 over 180, I can change it to a decimal or I can change it to a fraction. It does things in degrees and radians. Okay, so I just think this is going to be a really useful tool for you. So I'll make sure that link is all correct for you. Some other things that you're going to have to do this week, you're going to learn about radians. And so I have some notes on that. I did a little exploration here about what are radians. I've got a short video about it. I also have this thing right here, the definition of radians. And what this is these are just the slides that I had just done in that video. So if you want to look at what a radian is, I used the paper plate in the video. These are the steps that I did. So you're welcome to look at that. I also have right here converting between radians and degrees. These are the notes that I have, and they're pretty short. It kind of just goes through everything you need to do. Okay. And then you're going to do some classwork. The classwork is a maze. Again, you don't have to ever do the mazes. You can just do the problems. And what do I mean when I say that? So let's look at what that says here. And this is what I mean. So it's just a short maze that you're going to do, and it has the problems. But if you don't want to print this out or you just don't even want to make it, what you can do is you can just start on problem A. You're going to change it and convert to degrees. You'll write A here, you'll write your answer here, and then you'll just keep on going. If you could go this direction, that would be awesome, but I'll take anything with the order. And then you'll just solve the problems, and the maze will lead you through to the finish. Okay? Lastly, or excuse me, two more things that I have for you. I've got homework right here. It's pretty short. It's just converting each degree measure into radian, and each radian measure into degrees. These are all the radians. They have pi. You're going to use the formula that I gave you, and then you're going to find the exact value of each trigonometric function. If you have not correctly filled this out, the unit, like a filled in unit circle, please do that. I'll try to link one on here, filled one out with degrees and radians, or I can even take a picture of mine as well. I would like you to kind of struggle through it a little bit, so I'll do that later on in the week, next week for you. Okay? So you will need to take your unit circle, and it says this in the notes, but notice that there's all these degrees. You also need to convert all the degrees to radians, and so that you can be able to give the exact answer if you're in degrees or radians. Okay? And the last thing is a quick exit ticket. I really appreciate you all doing these. The amount of work I'm getting from people is really great, and I'm just floored. It makes me really happy. I mean, there's not really anything you can do to not make me happy, but I want you to write all your answers. Please write out pi as pi. And here is the quiz right here. Just some multiple choice questions. You're just converting back and forth. That's it. Okay, upload it or just send it to me, remind. And then my one question, if you could take a vacation anywhere, provided it was safe, we don't have a pandemic going on, where would you go? I think if it was me, I think I'd go to South Africa, or not South Africa, sorry, the continent of Africa, and I would go to South Africa, Zimbabwe. I'd go on a safari. There's all sorts of things I want to do. Maybe just travel around there. I would really like to see some of the animals, and we have a friend that lives there currently, so that would be a nice doing 2 for 1. So that's what I would like to do. I would also, if I could go anywhere on a vacation, I'd kinda like to see my family back in Michigan. I don't know when I'm gonna see them anytime soon, and so that's probably also on my list right now. That is it for you, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks.